This is an open letter to Secretary General Mikhail Gorbachev, President Ronald Reagan, and the next President of the United States. The letter is entitled the Alexandria Appeal. This letter represents the consensus of the Soviet American Citizen Summit convened in Alexandria, Virginia, February 1 to 5, 1988. About 100 Soviet citizens and 400 Americans have been creating new thinking in the nuclear age and designing social inventions for the Third Millennium, the title of the summit. Literally hundreds of programs, projects, and concepts have been adopted which will improve understanding between our two countries, move relations towards normalcy, aid our economies, reduce fear and mistrust, increase our security, even provide a roadmap for Soviet-American cooperation for many years to come. We see cooperation as the central imperative to emerge from this conference, inasmuch as we must cooperate with each other to end the arms race, which is the only way to regain healthy economies which can meet the needs of all of our people. We must cooperate with each other to eliminate nuclear weapons from the earth, thus removing the possibility of nuclear annihilation. We must cooperate with each other to avoid the looming environmental crunch. For it is only by reversing these, which we humans have brought upon ourselves, that we will survive. There is a very long way to go before security can be realized for all our citizens. We want to convey to you our hopes and aspirations, and yes, our demands for our security. For if the people of our countries are not secure, our leaders will have failed us.
The Anti-Ballistic Missiles Treaty must be adhered to strictly and permanently. No weapon should be designed, tested, or deployed for use in or from space. Nuclear weapons must be eliminated entirely at the earliest possible time. In conjunction with this, conventional forces should be reduced drastically and oriented towards self-defense. Our countries should take the lead in eliminating the sale of and otherwise providing arms to developing nations. We urge that the United States and the Soviet Union enter into massive joint project is in cooperation with other nations to realize our peaceful destiny in space, and for the U.S. and the Soviet Union to send manned spaceships to Mars, to repair our damage to the environment and assist developing countries in solving their problems before they become our own problems, and other projects not yet imagined. We ask your assistance to us, citizens diplomats, in our quest to move toward civility and normalcy. We wish you all speed in carrying out our mandate. Thank you.
We talked about what it might have felt like in the early times on this earth, before there was any life, and the molecules were bumping against each other, and at some point they discovered the pattern of life, and they could see, and there was consciousness on this earth. As human beings now are bumping together, more and more joinings have taken place, and yet there are still many who have not connected. Today is about those who have joined to actually bond in their heart, because the magnetic glue that holds the projects together is the love in the hearts of the people. And as magnetism works on the physical level to attract particle to particle, love acts on the human level to attract person to create. So those of you who have found your projects, be sure today to take time to know each other personally, to take time to share with each other from the heart, because it will be that bonding that will allow you to have the energy and the perseverance to carry through the project. And those of you who are out there listening, please listen very carefully, because this may be the chance of your lifetime to find what you need. And in some sense, every project is an act of creation.